to be careful with misplaced and misguided resilience. Your resilience should be reserved for spaces, for people, for, relationships that are actually constructive to your advancement and to your overall well-being. That resilience, those gifts, your purpose, your talents is not meant for individuals who are constantly trying to diminish it. And I know a lot of you all have been talking to me about realizing that a lot of these envious tendencies, these envious traits have been prevalent within your family members. And I think that kind of ties into the point that I made earlier in this video about how the person who is the most envious of you is typically not a stranger. The person who is the most envious of you is someone who is right up under you. And that's why I love that person tagged me on TikTok in that video talking about admiration is not envy. And for those who aren't familiar with the TikTok page, I also posted it on my YouTube where I stated that admiration is not always envy, or like admiration, at least it's something along those lines. But where I reread the excerpt in the book that dissects, the sequential phases of envy and how admiration is the first step. But if people aren't able to, properly process those feelings of admiration, then it can easily lead to someone becoming envious of another individual. And I genuinely believe that Selena's case is a spot-on example of that. I do believe that her perpetrator started out idolizing Selena. And then once she got that immediate access, it started to lead to feelings of resentment and bitterness that it wasn't her. And that constant reminder is what led to the unthinkable. And it also made me think about this concept of envious people often blowing hot and cold. And a lot of the time it's intentional and it's meant to weaken your defenses and create confusion. But the flip side of the coin is a lot of the time they can't help it, because in theory, when they're apart from you, they feel like they can handle that access. But once they actually get that intimate access, they can't handle the favor of your life. It irritates them. It bothers their spirit. And that's why they end up sabotaging it. And then they go away for some time and then they go back because they keep thinking in theory when they're separated from their target. And once they get that access again, that favor begins to irritate them and irk them. So when you are the target, even though you may feel compelled to, second guess your intuition, second guess your discernment, or you start to feel bad, you have to understand that those are your intentions. You have genuine intentions. You have a pure heart when it comes to this person. This person is showing you consistently that they don't operate the same way when it comes to you. And you don't owe this person reconciliation. You don't owe them access once they burnt that bridge with you. And just